Welcome back to Desert Garage. As y'all know, I'm Richard, and we are back today with a 97 Ford F-150. We had a few issues arise up with it, and it's been parked for about 3 weeks now. So, the last time I drove this, she developed an issue with shifting, only from first to second. And so, it was not shifting very well at all. The RPMs were all over when it was trying to shift. So instead of thinking the worst that my transmission's gone out, because it shifts good from second to third, third to fourth, fourth to overdrive, it shifts perfect. So we're going to take, and it downshifts great. And for the most part, the old truck, it runs excellent. So what we're going to do today is we've had this bad boy, and that's a throttle position sensor. We have had that for, almost 2 weeks now, just sitting in the truck. These, believe it or not, will interfere with the shifting. So we're going to go ahead and get cracking on this. Here's the part number. Y'all can see that good. And this is for the 97 F-150 two-wheel drive with the 4.6 liter. And it's really, these things really ain't that hard to do. Sorry for the wobble bobble. I'm going to try to get y'all in here the best I can. But maybe y'all can kind of see with what I'm doing, but right back in there. Whoops, sorry, almost dropped you guys, shoot. Right back in here is the throttle position sensor. So it's not real hard to get to at all. You got to take your air duct off here. And you got some air lines here and there that you got to undo. And then the throttle position sensor is actually being held on by two Phillips screws. So let me try to get you all in here to where you can kind of see a little bit of what's going on. Or not. I'm going to try. Well, I don't think y'all are going to be able to see a whole lot there, unfortunately. But I know you're a little crooked, but you guys will understand. I don't know if it's a general rule of thumb, but I make it one. Anytime I do electrical connections, I take and almost every time I disconnect the battery because, it does get where it learns, behavior issues. And so I've learned the hard way in the past to just take and, the right size. Just disconnect your positive battery cable here. And that way, when you do disconnect it, come on, baby. I hate these damn terminals. I guess I gotta get me hey, get off of there. What in the holy Moses? There we go. I gotta get me a pair of pliers. But my battery cables are being a little on the stubborn side. Now if I can find a pair of pliers, I can never find those when I need them. Oh, sorry, that's loud. Gotta make sure everybody's awake. But as I was saying, if you take and disconnect this stuff, that way when you put in the new electrical parts. Oh, come on. Then, it'll relearn and hopefully work out the way you want it to. Probably not, but we can hope for the best here. So we are going to take our air duct off here, and then when you're pulling this off, you want to make sure you rip off every single vacuum line and stuff, so that way you break off all your hoses and everything, and you got to replace more. Come on, you holy mother of Moses. Good Lord. Come on. Well, I know that's probably going to be broke. Whoops. Well, something else came off now. Crying in the mud. Oh, that's for the piece. Well, there ain't no PCV valve on this truck. But anyway, y'all get the mess. Y'all get the hint here. Then you pull this off. Get that right out of your way, so that way you put it on backwards when you go to put it back together. And then you want to split all this up here, so that way you have 50 vacuum leaks and it never runs right ever again. So we're gonna take we need to unplug this little guy first. There we go. These throttle position sensors really are not that hard to do. Oh, come on. Until you strip out one of the screws, then you just can't replace it. Oh no, these don't want to come out. Well, that's not a good sign. Well, I don't got none in there. Well, this is going to be fun and interesting. And of course, nothing comes out easy. It's got to be difficult. I mean, it just wouldn't be normal if it wasn't difficult, right? So, then when you mess up the Phillips end that they're held onto, then you gotta use vice grips on them, and that makes it even funner. And then you gotta go out here and go buy brand new screws and everything, so your $40 part costs you about $50. I got a hammer. Really, I should have tried doing this to begin with. You want to sit here. Normally, you want a hammer to tap on stuff. My screwdriver end is not very good to begin with. But normally, what you want to do, you want to get this sucker on here real good and just give it a little love tap. And it still don't want to fit in there. Oh, crap on me. This is going to be extremely, extremely interesting. I don't think I got any more Phillips screwdrivers. Phillips screwdrivers in my house are kind of like the 10 millimeter. As no matter how many you have, you never have enough, and so then you end up losing them, or they just, I shouldn't say you lose them, but they mysteriously disappear, you know, and then you find them like 6 years later, all rusted up and everything else. And I mean, I got a toolbox in my truck, and it's filled with tools, but there is not one darn there's not one darn Phillips screwdriver in this mess. Well, I got another one. Maybe this one will work a little better. Some of these take kind of a broad head. So then we'll try this again. Tappy tappy. And what you do is, when you're trying to take it out, because this is aluminum, and you apply a little bit of pressure to take it out, and then you tap on it. And sometimes that breaks them loose. This time, it is not. Oh no. Oh no. You got to come loose. Yeah, see, this is not going to work out to our advantage here, it looks like. Dang. You know, I got 15 bits for that goes in a socket for Phillips. But you know what? I can't find another one of those either. So, oh hey, I found a hammer. I don't really need it, but I found one. Well, little sledgehammer. But we're still trying to find kind of a broader Phillips head. And see, sometimes when all fails, you grab this sucker. It's only an 8 pounds. It's an 8-pound sledge, mini sledge. Let's see. I got more toolboxes, and then I got something else in here, or not. Okay, nope. Don't got none of those either. Well, I'll be crying in the rain. Well, I guess I am going to have to. I don't own a pair of ice grips. I thought I did. I don't got a pair of those either. Yay. I thought I had some WD-40. Yeah, I don't got none of that either. Not even no PB Blaster. Good Lord. Come on, where you guys at here? Oh, there's another Phillips screwdriver down there. Oh, can I reach it? Yeah, it's probably not going to work either. No, I almost bet it's not going to work either. Oh no, that's even worse. Well, shoot fire. Well, guys, I guess I'll be right back. I got another place to look for bits. Okay, it's been like almost 20 minutes. This has actually fought me like tooth and nail. So I had to do some off camera. These screws are absolutely a pain because the heads are very soft. So you can mess them up pretty easy. I kind of boogered one up, but the screwdriver still gets in it. But here in just a minute, I'll show you what I ended up having to do. And I mean, it's the only thing that made it hard is the dang screws. I mean, these screws, shoot, they have been just a nightmare. Because, I mean, you got aluminum, these screws are not aluminum, so they're like, I don't even know what they are. But the heads on them are very, very soft. But here, I'll bring you all in just a second here, and I'll show you really what I ended up having to do. And just to get a little more room, because I mean it was just, yeah, I had no room. I had this one thing in the way here, and I don't even know what the hell it is. But the one thing I know is it's for vacuum. It's got vacuum lines going to it and everything else. Let me bring y'all in a little bit here. So this thing right here, I had to take this loose. And you got to be careful because right down here, I don't know if you can see it, but there are vacuum lines right down in here. And this is the continuation of them. I'm hoping this is coming out. So, you got to be careful. You don't want to break these, and you don't want to break these. Because then you have to go, well, get a little clever, but then you got to take and actually get, what is it called? Windshield washer hose and put them back together. And hope like heck they did not break somewhere else. But as you can see, well, that was easy as can be, but it just comes off right here. I mean, right there. It's really shouldn't be that hard. Now this one, I don't know if this one is really that bad, but yeah, it's an original Ford product. You probably can't see it, but it says Ford right on it. So, I mean, this is very original. And these are, I get my stuff at Advance Auto. And, of course, I mean, I get a little discount. But, you know, even normal, they're $45. So, we'll put these side by side. Now the heck of a time to find out if they're identical. And I mean, they are identical, as you can see. So, it's just, this one's new. See? And this one's old. Haha. Let me show you these dang screws. I mean, I don't know what they're made out of, but you see that corrosion right down, you know, a few threads in. That's why they get stuck. And this head is kind of boogered up a little bit because they are actually a very soft head. And let me show you just how tight they were. Okay, I finally found my container, brand new Phillips heads. These are from Harbor Freight. They are Warriors. Don't buy these. These things snap so easy. Well, they snap so easy. When I was trying to take out the top screw, can you see that? That's what happened when I was trying to take out the top screw. It broke. So I'm like, well, I had to fight with it a little bit. So I was like, you know what? You know, I'll just take and do it off camera just to get at least the top one started off and the bottom one started. So yeah, you probably see these vacuum lines a little easier on this side, but these here, you don't want to break these. And those are the ones underneath here you don't want to break. So when you move this out of the way, don't move it real far because you will snap them if they're brittle. This is part of your what is it? This is it's part of your emissions. So when you break a line off this, you get a check engine light and you get very poor running. So, you know, just so you know. But like I said, I got the battery disconnected too. Dang, that's all kinds of dirty in there. Shoot, maybe I need to give me some. I got some carburetor cleaner here. Maybe I can take and get that. And I know you guys probably ain't seen a whole lot, but man, there's just no room to put my camera where you guys can actually see real good. I've got a lot of attachments for it, but I don't have that much attachments for it, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I got a little carburetor cleaner here. They say put a little silicone on the screws so when they go back in a little easier. Well, I don't have none of that either in my carburetor cleaner. has no psst, psst to it. It doesn't go psst, it goes dribble. Trying to clean this out a little bit, because I mean, golly, there's all kinds of dirt in there. I don't know if this will fix the shifting issue. I mean, I didn't have any check engine lights at all on this. And I could have sworn I had a cigarette, but maybe I already put it out. But no, there was no check engine lights in it. It's just the shifting issue was the only thing that was going on with it. And so I remember from past experiences, if you got a throttle position sensor and you discover a shifting problem, especially with clean fluid, and well, I don't know when tranny was serviced on this. I want to service it just because. But, I mean, the fluid is like really good color. So I went ahead and just chose to do the throttle position sensor because, I mean, this thing, it moves, it talks to your computer, and it actually tells this thing here, right here, you see, actually tells you when, or doesn't tell you, it tells the truck, hey, you need to shift, dummy. And so that's what happens. When these go bad, there ain't no way. It gives you premature shifting or premature downshifting or both. In my case, it was actually doing both. So these things, they go back in the same way they came out. I mean, they're not hard. We're going to save the old one just because. But yeah, we are definitely going to save the old one. And these are why I disconnect the battery, because I wanted to, all this computerized gobbledygook here, you kind of want it to, start fresh, and wipe its mind free, that way it's not going to sit here and say, well, hey, I still got a shifting problem, because then you can say, no, you don't. You don't got a shifting problem anymore, and you're good to go. I'm trying to wipe these threads off a little bit, because yeah, you got threads right in here, and they get corroded about this far up from the bottom all the way up to about right here. And that's why they're so hard to get out, because you got moisture going in there, and then just years, especially if it's factory equipment. So you get all this moisture and everything over the last few years, hosing off the engine. You get dirt in them. I mean, there's so much factors to play in there, and so yeah, you just, oh no, get out of the way. There's so many factors playing why these things get stuck, and plus, going into aluminum, I get nervous with anything aluminum. I love the old school vehicles, because, you don't got much aluminum there. And, crying in the rain. Why are you not wanting to go in the hole? There you go. But now my goal is, everybody knows I don't keep vehicles very long. So, and every once in a while we get our grandson, and if I gotta go tow something, like go pick up a car, it's kind of hard, because if he's with me, and and my lady is busy, then I have to throw the car seat in the truck, and that's a pain, because you gotta face it backwards, and and I don't think all that's safe. So I'd like to find someone with a back seat, be honest with you. And if I can find someone with a back seat, shoot, I'll be happy. Like a Yukon or a Tahoe. I mean, those things will tow some pretty good weight. I've towed cars with Tahoes before, the short ones, and it's just some two-wheel drive. I don't need 4x4 or anything like that, I mean, gosh, I don't need all that. I just want to find some two-wheel drive that has a tow package on it and, and be good. Now, man, granted, if someone comes up to me with like a 70s or 80s Lincoln Town Car, and then I'll guarantee you I'd trade for that, or even a Chrysler Fifth Avenue. Man, I've been wanting one of those two for a long time. Of course, I probably still wouldn't keep it very long because, well, that's not my style. I just don't keep vehicles very long. And now having my YouTube channel, I want to be able to give you guys as much content as possible. So what I'm going to do, and when I get ready to post this video, which I'm hoping tonight I can get it edited, it's actually Saturday the 11th. And so I'm going to try to get in here and at least get it posted for you guys. And that way by, Monday, it'll probably be up on YouTube. I've been just having, a heck of an issue with YouTube and, the whole, recognizing my videos and recommending them, but I ain't giving up. I'm busting my butt to do what I can, and I'm gonna continue to, because I want my YouTube to be a success. And I mean, I appreciate all my subscribers. I mean, shoot, all 53 of y'all. I'm just tickled to death to have, that many. I mean, so I really am happy. I'm very happy that I have the subscribers that I got. And that y'all tune in, you watch my stuff. I mean, the stuff I work on, I probably don't work on it the right way. I know I don't. But, I mean, come on, it's supposed to be for entertainment, too, and also a how-to type thing, so, I've been working on cars since I was like 15 years old. I've been flipping cars since, I got my license at 17, and so, yeah, I was about 17 years old, I guess, when I started actually flipping cars. So, I've been at this a good little while, and I like doing it. I like flipping vehicles. Everybody gets surprised if I keep one, So, but it's something I enjoy doing. I've gotten into, the YouTube, and I've actually, I enjoy what I do. I mean, I may not be real big, a big name, or anything like that, but you know what? It's okay, because I like doing it. And if, I can get, 50 of you guys to say, hey, or tune in and watch and everything, you know what? I'm happy. I really am. God dang, this stuff is irritating. So, no, I'm happy if I can get you guys, to watch and everything, I get very happy over that. And yeah, I get very thrilled that you guys do tune in. I know sometimes I kind of repeat myself, and I really don't mean to, but it happens, and and I've got so much stuff in the works right now that I'm trying to do, and and they said they would have told me, hey, YouTube is easy. I'd have jumped on, but in the long run, YouTube is not easy. I mean, it does take a lot of work, and I'm seeing that, and I don't mind doing the work to take, and because I got a plan. I know what I want to do, So, I don't mind doing the work to sit here and say, hey, I'm going to give my people some content here today. And I enjoy it. I mean, I really, I really honestly do. So, I know I keep saying, oh, new content's coming soon, auctions and stuff. And I am trying everything in the works right now. So, for all the y'all that do stay and stick around, it's very appreciated. Because I do promise you, there is new stuff coming, and it's coming soon. I'm not going to sit here and kind of give it away, but, it is. It's coming. So, we're just buttoning this back up. And once we get the battery hooked up, we'll take and let it sit with the ignition on for just a brief second. So that way, like I said, it can sit here, it can learn. But, I mean, in aspects, general aspects, all it takes is a flathead, a good Phillips. My Phillips suck. They're not very good. You want kind of a broader head Phillips. Like, you see this one here, but this one's not really a very broad head. You want one that's a little bit bigger than this, and I believe it would bite onto those screws a lot better. And if I would have had some PB blaster and stuff, I guarantee you I would have blasted that real good and just soaked it down. But, in the long run, now, like I said, I still want to do a lot of work to this thing, but it is going to be available. So if any of my subscribers out there do have something to trade of that I was mentioning earlier, like I said, send me an email, and I'll look at what you guys got. I mean, you may have to come to me at least part of the way, unless it's something I'm looking for stuff that runs, or, well, not really stuff that runs. I mean, I shouldn't say that, because I like doing revival type stuff, but, if it's got a freed up motor, I should say, then that will be better. I'll enjoy that, and, and I know that stuff will give you guys some good content to watch. So yeah, if you guys got anything, hit me up. And if you want an old, rust-free work truck. I mean, this old Ford, I mean, shoot, remember, right, without looking right at this very moment, 148,000 miles on it, which ain't bad. For a 97, it's not bad. And it doesn't burn no oil. It does need an oil change. I'll tell you that right now. But, and I'll do more. I was driving it, daily driving it for, almost a month while my car was down. So it's it's a very good, dependable truck. It's just, I want something a little different, and some prefer with a tow package. Like I said, unless someone, does a Chrysler Fifth Avenue, or a Lincoln Town Car, 80s down to 70s, not really into small cars a whole lot. I guess it would depend what it was. I might do some sort of a small car, depending, but I like big cars. I like big cars, I like big trucks. Or, if a subscriber was to get a hold of me, hey, would you take cash for that truck? Yeah, I'll take cash. $1,600. New Mexico title. In my name. I mean, shoot. And you can get in it and drive it away. I mean, how many trucks you can buy for $1,600 so you can actually drive away? So as you can see, we got everything all buttoned up here. Oh yeah, the air filter on this truck is not very good. It's not great. It's not horrible, but it's not very good. So, but I mean, as you can see, I mean, it's a straight truck. It's a long bed. You know, it's got, some of them got a ball on the bumper, you know, but, and there's a little crack in the taillight right there. I won't tow a car trailer on the bumper of anything newer than 85, 88, just because, I mean, I know the bumpers are not in very good shape. The only thing that don't go is my toolbox, because I got a lot of tools, and I got to have someplace to store them. But, yeah, I mean, and these tires, I kid you not, they've only been on this truck for 4 months. The date code is 21, but with this thing being a city government vehicle, they get tires, they get a big old bushel of tires in that are different sizes, you know, for a certain amount of vehicles, and they sit in their shop. So that way when a vehicle, you know, a city truck comes in and it needs tires, well, they already got them. They just grab them and put them on, balance them, and go. So, I mean, I don't know if y'all can see this here, but, I mean, you still got the little frillies on the side of the tire. And, you know, it's excellent tread. It's just the date code's a 21, but they've only, you know, they've been in a shop since 21, sitting in a, you know, upstairs corner like they always do. I work for the city, so that's my primary job. So I know how they store the tires. And the only other thing you need is, you know, this is broken, this lens, but turn signals work. These little flasher guys right here, you look, these are not hooked up. But if you hook these up to a switch, if you're on both sides, these will flash. So, just so you know, and, I mean, the headlights ain't great. You know, this one's a little loose. You know, and the grill, I haven't painted the grill up at all. I painted the front bumper. But, I mean, for this is an old work truck. I mean, it's not bad. You know, you get a little seat tear right there and there. It's not horribly uncomfortable at all. I mean, shoot, it's actually a very comfortable truck. What is the mile? Oh, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's got 149,093. So 149,093 is what it's got for miles on it. And, you know, for a 97, I mean, it's really not bad. And, you know, I think what's funny is this truck has 2 keys. Of course, the ignition cylinder has been changed out at one time. But you got one for a door, and then you got one for ignition. There's toolbox keys on this, but they don't go to this toolbox. So, but I mean, the heat and the AC work perfect in this truck. There's no radio in there, as you can tell by the Bluetooth speaker sticking out of the hole. And, you know, and there's a couple of cracks here and there. I mean, and this is, you know, kind of loose and needs another trim here. But I mean, come on, you know, for an old work truck, $1,600. If I post it up on Facebook Marketplace, I know I can get $1,900 out of this thing pretty easy. If not, find something to trade. So y'all know where I stand on that. Well, let's go ahead and fire her up. She's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel in her. And she fired right up. I use it. There is no dash lights. The sun is in a really uncomfortable spot. Let me pull this truck up a little bit. It's running a little rough though, but it hasn't actually been started at all, so it's really been sitting for a month. But I mean, there is no lights besides the seatbelt light right there. That's the only light that is on this truck. I mean, really, you got your port of power here. Don't worry about this wire. This wire I tucked back up in here. This is actually for the little flashers up front. We're going to let this thing just sit here and just run and learn everything real quick. But, and then, yeah, I mean, you got a couple holes in the bed right here. But they had flashing lights in the tailgates of these trucks. All the city trucks are like that. They had these little LED lights. Some are clear, some are amber, and they flash. There's probably flashers in the tail lights, but I don't know for sure. But I know the flashers are up front. Now, if I change out the headlights and stuff, like I kind of want to, this will not exist. But, I mean, hell, I mean, it's not a bad truck, though. I mean, damn, $1,600 or trade me something. You know, let's talk, send me some pictures, send me some video. I mean, you can hear, it sounds good. There's no smoke. And this truck it's a very good running truck. She's not perfect. But, she's not all vibrating around. Not making no stupid engine noises. Like them old hood like that. You sit there and wham! But, I mean, so, let's go ahead and throw on a seatbelt here. Seatbelts do work too. She's not in the greatest shape. She's a little dirty, but she's also a little work truck. Manual locks, manual windows. So let's see. Take this thing for a little run real quick here. Make sure she's actually going to sit here and shift properly. I know the worst case scenario is it probably, I hope it's not shift solenoid that's getting stuck on it. I ran some stuff through the transmission just to kind of help it because, like I said, it sat for a few months. And it's really, I mean, honestly, it's never been on the highway at all. She goes, what do you have to scared it out here on the road? Dang, I was kind of afraid of that. Well, it tends to make a little bit of a noise. It's ready to shift. It doesn't always do it though. I mean, it's just once in a while. You're gonna live out here. Out here on the road real quick. See, now it's just shifted perfect. It doesn't always act up, once in a great while it will, and when it gets ready to, it's a different shift. It's hard to figure out. I mean, if I don't sell this truck anytime soon, I will probably take and get a transmission filter for it the next couple of weeks and see how that works. But I have not eaten the heck out of this truck at all. I mean, this it's been baby. But, we're doing, 55 miles an hour. I hope you all can see that. I'm sorry, that glass is a little fake. in town. This truck is almost 18 miles to the gallon, which is really, really good. This video is actually more longer than what I was expecting. The only thing wrong is headliner and there's no dome light. I had to pull the dome light out because it was not functioning and put a drag on the battery. It just wouldn't turn off. So I pulled it completely out. And it's got the little clear lights that shine into the bed when you open up the doors too. But I mean, everything is completely functional in this truck. Oh, I almost forgot the windshield wipers are not the windshield wiper motors and the one motor. And it is it, I mean, to the fellow like most. You have that plastic cowl out here behind it that runs on the truck. It's actually in there. And we don't get enough. I'm not going to worry about it. Everything is very serious here in New Mexico. But, we've missing a few miles. This truck's really not, it's not bad. It's just once in a while, that problem is shifting. I don't think it's really anything to worry about. You just gotta ease off the throttle a little bit. Sometimes you go over and put it in the park and go back, it'll act just as fine. Mine can be just as fine, but I'm not thinking, well, I'm not going all the way. I was going to take it on a little 5 mile run. That's 5 miles to the Dollar General, and then 5 miles back to my house. But I'm not waiting for that train, man. I'll tell you that long for that. And then 2 miles. So, let's go ahead and get this thing turned around here. But I mean, the transmission doesn't slip at all. I fixed the gear shifter on it, so there's no play in that. No engine noises. It's responsive. Now it's shifting just fine. It's not an all the time issue. Is what I'm saying. And it's, like I said, it's literally only from first to second. It did it one time when we pulled down. That might have been because it's still learning too. I normally let my vehicles warm up and, for a good 15, 20 minutes. And this one I did not. God dang. It's up here on the pipes and internet. Okay, I had to mute the sound. Sorry about the microphone. I don't know what the heck was going on with it, this stupid thing. Every time I started to drive the truck, my microphone interfered with it, or it interfered with the microphone. But so it was like really blocky. So I do apologize for that. But here we just took it on a 5 mile run total. It was like 2.5 miles to where we turned around at, and then 2.5 miles back to the house. And I mean, the truck's shifting fine now. So maybe it's just because it was cold. And I don't know. I mean, the worst case scenario is it'll need a new transmission filter and new fluid in it and start over. But I mean, it doesn't do that shifting issue all the time. Just once in a while it does. And it's kind of a pain in the butt when it does it. But, you know, what did you see? I mean, truck's driving smooth. I mean, it's really a good running and driving truck. She's got a few quirks. Like I said, she was a city truck for many, many years. So, it didn't go very fast, or very far until I bought it. But I've been driving it for the last month and haven't had a problem. But, I mean, I like the old truck. It's just, it's time to bring something different to the channel. That's the only reason why I'm willing to part with it. And, I talk about in this video how, there's other guys that do, the same thing I do. They're a little better known, like Pole Barn Garage, Vice Grip Garage, The Inevitable Jim, Auto Auction Rebuilds, Monkey Wrench Mike, Junkyard Digs. Wait, did I say them already? No, I don't think I did. But you check out them guys, and show them a little love too, they're really good people. They could put out good videos and stuff. So, check them out. And we're almost home here. We've been driving 55, 60 miles an hour and, without an issue. I hate the fact that my microphone was messing up only while the truck was driving, which is weird because the windows were all rolled up and I didn't have the AC, the heater on. So it's kind of weird how how that happened. But it is what it is. I mean, these wireless microphones, I'm still trying to get used to them, and I haven't figured out how to edit sound for just certain spots. I got to edit sound for a whole clip. I I don't know. There's a lot that I'm still learning when it comes to the editing. And there's a lot that I can't do because I'm actually on the free version. But, I'll figure it out. Y'all just be patient with me, and in due time, we'll get her knocked down, and figure it out really good. So, we are almost getting ready to pull into the driveway. And so then I can continue with the actual sound coming out of the microphone here in just a minute. See if I can remember where I'm supposed to be at now. Okay, I think that's going to be good. So now we'll continue with the regular sound. Well, I thought I had a little bit more to go here, but we're going to go ahead and just continue the sound for just a second until. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. My GoPro's actually about ready to die on me. So we're going to get out of here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And be watching out because I'm going to be putting my email down. So feel free to reach out to me either on comments or email. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.